I'm Jim Roman. Here's what I'm burning on. The Nebraska Cornhuskers still are not officially back, but they're now in the red zone after last night's huge win in the rain against Missouri. And it's not that they beat Missouri, it's how they did it by punching their way out of it. They were on the ropes, taking tremendous punishment and unable to defend themselves. I really thought that the ref was going to step in and stop that fight. They did nothing for 3 quarters. Their offense misfired repeatedly. They were on the road against a ranked opponent in a hostile environment, in horrible conditions, and they were getting shut down. They just were not ready for prime time. Trailing 12-0 going into the fourth quarter, a lesser team would have quit, but if the Huskers did, they'd probably have to fight their own head coach, Bo Pelini. Instead, they started throwing and landing punches. Zach Lee goes up top, 56 yards for a touchdown 1 minute into the fourth quarter, 12-7 Mizzou. Then the black shirts took over. Ndamukong Suh snatches one right out of the air on the very next play. How is that cat not already in a Ravens jersey? How is he not already in a Pro Bowl jersey? He was so much better than the second best player on the field. Lee cashes that one in 2 plays later. Then 2 minutes later, Mizzou quarterback Blaine Gabbert throws another pick, and the route is on. The Huskers manned up huge on the road. Mizzou fell apart in their own house. If I'm Bo Pelini, I don't give the defense their black shirts back. Not just yet. Wait until they lock up Texas Tech next Saturday. Then they can rock them. The Huskers still aren't back, but it's no longer a question of if, but a matter of when, because that was a seminal moment for the Bo Pelini regime. BET reportedly is giving Michael Vick his own reality show. Bad playing Mike. Bad for your look and bad for your career as a pro athlete. You shouldn't be doing this. If you want people to look at you, make plays. If you're doing this to make money, make plays. You can't tell me something like that will not take you away from what you should be doing. And it is the wrong message to send. Weren't you the one who said that you didn't put enough time in before you crashed and burned? Weren't you the one who said you weren't committed enough to the game? Well, you're still not if you're doing things like this. You don't see guys like Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Donovan McNabb, Drew Brees, and Phillip Rivers messing around with reality shows, and they don't because they know it's a waste of time and it would get in the way of them trying to become the best players and leaders they can possibly be. And these are guys who are already on top of their game. You still haven't gotten back what you lost while sitting in the hole for nearly 2 years, nor have you convinced anybody that you will. Do you want to be great, or do you want to be rich and famous and live the life? I thought you said it was the former. And don't come in here and email me and tell me that he's paid his debt to society, and who am I to say that he can't do this? I'm not saying he can't. I'm saying he shouldn't. Not if he wants us to believe what he was saying when he signed with Philly. Memo to Deion Sanders. This whole mentor thing has worked out about as well for you as that hot dog cooker thing that you were looking to develop. And the reason that didn't work out is because everybody in America already has a hot dog cooker. It's called a frying pan, or a barbecue, or a microwave oven. Maybe you should spend time developing something we really do need, like a potato baker, or a water boiler, or a waffle iron. Now, the one thing you don't want to be developing, though, is future NFL players. What's that about anyway? Best case scenario, it's a desperate ploy to keep your name out there. Worst case is you're a runner for your agent, Eugene Parker, which will be a conflict of interest since you're on the air hyping guys up. Either way, you're not helping them, you're hurting them, and you really shouldn't be doing it, man. Take Des Bryant. You invite him to your house, he lies to the NCAA about it. Next thing you know, he's in his streets. Thanks, Prime. How about that little fixer-upper, Pac-Man Jones? You took him fishing, chatted him up about life, gave him your jersey number, and about 10 minutes later, he's out of football altogether. And remember when you tried to adopt Noel Devine? Do you also remember him pleading no contest to battery after hanging out with you? How about all that advice you gave to Michael Crabtree? What did that get him? A 4-month holdout where he ended up with pretty much the same thing he would have gotten had he signed when everybody else did, and MC Hammer had to come in and clean up that mess for you too. Back in the shallow end, Prime. You trying to mentor these guys would be like you trying to go out and cover Larry Fitzgerald this Sunday. It's embarrassing. Tune in to Jim Roman's Burning weekdays at 4:30 Eastern, 1:30 Pacific.